Parisian design has always carried a quiet confidence. It doesn't shout luxury, yet it feels undeniably refined. In today's video, we explore a Parisian-style tiny house and uncover how a small footprint can feel deeply impressive, elegant, and timeless. From the exterior charm to the interior details, this home proves that true beauty comes from proportion, restraint, and thoughtful architectural decisions rather than size alone. When space is limited, design identity becomes even more important. A tiny house cannot rely on scale to impress, so it must rely on character. Parisian-Style offers the perfect language for this challenge, blending classic proportions, soft colors, and architectural rhythm. In this home, every design move serves a purpose: to elevate the experience of living small, while maintaining a sense of dignity and sophistication. The exterior of this tiny house sets the tone immediately. Rather than appearing modern or minimalist, the facade embraces subtle Parisian elegance. Clean lines, balanced proportions, and carefully chosen materials give the home a refined presence. Even before stepping inside, the architecture communicates calm, order, and timeless beauty, an essential foundation for making a small home feel impressive. Proportion is everything in Parisian design, especially for a compact structure. The facade avoids visual clutter, using symmetry and vertical alignment to create height and presence. Windows are thoughtfully placed to elongate the elevation, making the home appear taller and more substantial. This careful balance ensures the house feels intentional, not temporary or undersized. Instead of flashy finishes, the exterior materials focus on longevity. Soft-toned stone, textured plaster, or muted painted surfaces reflect light beautifully throughout the day. These materials echo classic Parisian buildings and allow the house to feel rooted in tradition. Aging gracefully over time, they add character rather than wear, reinforcing the home's timeless identity. Windows play a crucial role in making this tiny house feel impressive. Rather than being purely functional, they are treated as architectural elements. Tall window proportions, subtle trims, and well-considered spacing help bring in natural light while enhancing the facade's elegance. They visually connect the exterior to the refined interior waiting inside. The entrance is modest yet ceremonial. A simple door, framed with understated detailing, creates a sense of arrival. Parisian homes often treat thresholds as transitions rather than mere access points, and this tiny house follows the same philosophy. Crossing the doorway feels intentional, marking a shift from the outside world into a carefully curated interior atmosphere. Upon entering, the interior immediately contradicts expectations of size. The space feels open, calm, and layered. Instead of overwhelming the eye, the design invites you to slow down. Light-colored walls, balanced proportions, and controlled detailing establish a sense of quiet luxury that defines Parisian interiors, even within a compact footprint. One of the most powerful tools used here is vertical emphasis. Even if the ceiling height is modest, visual techniques such as tall doors, vertical wall moldings, and elongated shelving create the illusion of height. This approach draws the eye upward, making the room feel grander and more breathable than its actual dimensions suggest. The color palette remains soft, warm, and timeless. Shades of ivory, beige, pale gray, and muted stone dominate the interior. These colors reflect light naturally and avoid harsh contrasts, helping the space feel cohesive and expansive. Parisian interiors rarely rely on bold colors. Instead, they build depth through nuance and tone. Wall moldings are essential in elevating small interiors. In this tiny house, slim and refined moldings add rhythm and structure to the walls without overwhelming them. They introduce classic character while maintaining visual lightness. This technique allows the space to feel architectural rather than purely decorative, a key trait of Parisian design. The flooring choice anchors the entire interior. Light wood planks or subtle parquet patterns add warmth and texture underfoot. Their natural tones prevent the space from feeling cold, while their consistent finish visually unifies different zones. Flooring in a tiny home must be both practical and elegant, and here it achieves both effortlessly. The living area is carefully arranged to maximize flow, rather than furniture quantity. Instead of filling the room, each piece earns its place. Seating is compact yet comfortable, positioned to encourage conversation and relaxation. Negative space is intentionally preserved, allowing the room to breathe and feel far more spacious than expected. Furniture selection is critical in a Parisian-style tiny house. Pieces are scaled down but never flimsy. Sofas, chairs, and tables feature classic silhouettes, refined legs, and light visual weight. This approach maintains elegance while avoiding bulk, ensuring the space feels curated rather than crowded. Storage solutions are seamlessly integrated into the architecture. Built-in cabinets, wall niches, and concealed compartments maintain clean lines while offering functionality. By treating storage as part of the structure, the design avoids visual clutter and reinforces the sense of calm that defines Parisian interiors. Lighting plays a transformative role in this tiny house. Rather than relying on a single overhead source, the design incorporates layered lighting, wall sconces, table lamps, and subtle ceiling fixtures. The result is a warm, inviting atmosphere that enhances textures and creates depth, making the space feel intimate yet sophisticated. The dining area is compact but thoughtfully designed. A small table paired with elegant chairs creates a setting that feels intentional rather than secondary. Positioned near natural light, this nook becomes a place for slow meals and conversation, echoing the Parisian appreciation for everyday rituals, even in limited space. The kitchen follows the same refined restraint. Cabinetry is simple and well-proportioned, often in neutral tones that blend seamlessly with the walls. Hardware is minimal yet classic, avoiding trends that may quickly feel dated. Every element is chosen to feel timeless, functional, and visually harmonious. Despite its compact size, the kitchen offers full functionality. Clever layouts ensure efficient movement, while concealed appliances reduce visual disruption. By prioritizing clean surfaces and thoughtful organization, the space feels calm and ordered, proving that practicality does not need to sacrifice beauty. Moving deeper into the home, transitions are gentle rather than abrupt. Changes in flooring, subtle partitions, or soft curtains define zones without closing them off completely. This fluidity maintains openness while still offering privacy, a crucial balance in a tiny Parisian-inspired home. The bedroom is designed as a sanctuary. Soft textiles, muted colors, and minimal furnishings create a restful environment. Rather than overwhelming the room, the design focuses on comfort and proportion. The result is a space that feels intimate, elegant, and emotionally grounding. Storage in the bedroom is discreet and efficient. Built-in wardrobes or underbed compartments keep belongings hidden, preserving visual calm. By avoiding bulky furniture, the room maintains its airy quality, reinforcing the idea that luxury comes from clarity rather than excess. The bathroom continues the Parisian narrative with understated elegance. Simple tiles, classic fixtures, and soft lighting create a spa-like atmosphere. Despite its size, the space feels intentional and refined, offering a moment of quiet luxury within the home. Consistency is key to making a small space feel impressive. Materials, colors, and finishes repeat subtly throughout the house, creating visual continuity. This cohesion prevents the interior from feeling fragmented, allowing each room to feel like part of a larger, harmonious whole. Mirrors are strategically placed to amplify light and depth. Rather than decorative excess, they serve an architectural purpose, expanding visual boundaries. This classic Parisian trick enhances brightness and makes rooms feel larger, more open, and more refined. Decor is carefully curated, never excessive. A few well-chosen artworks, sculptural objects, or framed prints add personality without clutter. In Parisian design, decoration supports architecture rather than competing with it, ensuring the space remains elegant and composed. Negative space is treated as a design element. Empty walls, clear floor areas, and uncluttered surfaces allow the eye to rest. This restraint enhances the perceived scale of the home, proving that what you leave out can be just as powerful as what you include. Beyond aesthetics, this tiny house delivers an emotional experience. It feels calm, grounded, and quietly luxurious. Every design choice supports a slower, more intentional way of living, reflecting the Parisian philosophy that beauty should enhance daily life, not overwhelm it. This home teaches us valuable lessons about small space living. Prioritizing proportion, cohesion, and quality over quantity transforms limitations into strengths. Parisian design shows that even the smallest homes can feel impressive when guided by thoughtful architectural principles. One of the most impressive aspects of this tiny house is its resistance to trends. By focusing on classic elements and neutral palettes, the design ensures longevity. The home will remain beautiful and relevant for years, proving that timelessness is the ultimate form of luxury. Parisian-Style excels in small spaces because it values balance, light, and refinement. It avoids extremes, instead creating harmony through subtle details. This approach allows tiny homes to feel dignified and complete, rather than compromised by their size. As we take one last mental walkthrough from exterior to interior, the success of this home becomes clear. Every element works together seamlessly, creating an environment that feels larger, calmer, and more impressive than expected. It's a masterclass in thoughtful, human-centered design,